What's up guys, today we're looking at this Nerf Rival Kronos, which was sent to me by Valour's Blasters. YouTube and Facebook links will be down below. Now, Valour converted this to fire half-length darts, using Jet Blaster katana mags. The community name for this type of mod is a KronoMag, so that's what I'll be referring to this blaster as from now on. Valour painted this KronoMag a nice metallic shade of purple for me, which will match in with a few other upcoming blasters of mine. Zooming in, you'll see that Valour added a metal priming bar to help with heavier spring loads. I've put a 14kg long shot spring inside here, which is from NF Strike, and that spring doesn't need any cutting to fit inside a stock Kronos. This should be better than the K26 that most people are using. The katana magwell, pusher breach and mag release are all 3D printed and can be downloaded from Thingiverse thanks to user MyVenom. Link to his Thingiverse will be down below. As you can see, the katana mag drops out very smoothly. I'll go over the internals fully later on in the video. The 3D printed front barrel covers and protects a 1 foot length of 17/32 brass, and also fits a Blastertech Mark II scar barrel inside and helps protect that too. This 3D printed piece is not currently available to download, but once it is, I'm hoping Valour might comment a link down below and I'll pin the comment. The 3D printed Picatinny top rail for the Kronos portion of the blaster is available though, and you can download that on Thingiverse thanks to user IamMario2. And since you guys always ask what red dot site I use, well, I actually own about 10 different ones, but pretty much all of them are from eBay, where I simply type in a search bar, airsoft site. This one's smaller and designed for pistols, which is why I'm using this one. It didn't come with a battery though, so I still need to go out and buy one of those, so I can't actually turn it on and show you what it looks like. I don't even know what it looks like yet. As you can see, and as you can probably already tell, this is a comically large pistol. From barrel to rear handle, it measures at 2 feet. Personally, I like how big it is, but if you want something functionally similar but much smaller, you could try a similar mod to a sharp fire pistol like the legendary Chris Cartea has done before. Alright, so now let's have a look at the internals, and then I'll end the video with a velocity test. I had disassembled the KronoMag to put an O-ring on the pusher, because unfortunately the O-ring went missing during shipping. It came from all the way from America, a lot of rattling around in the box, it's gone missing. I figured I'd record the reassembly while also kinda explaining how the different parts work. So all the black pieces inside are 3D printed and they're part of the Venom kit. The magwell with the Venom logo on it here accepts katana mags and also has a slot for you to glue 17/32 brass straight into it. The rear of the magwell has a small guide hole for the pusher, and the pusher is sized such that it pushes the dart directly into the 17/32 brass and then seals itself inside that same 17/32 brass. The rear end of the pusher looks to be sized perfectly to glue straight into the plunger tube, but I didn't do this part, so to quote Valour, I designed the pusher to be stupid proof. Very easy. In my Kronos, I used an NF Strike 14kg long shot spring. It doesn't need any cutting, and for easier assembly I pushed the plunger rod down on the ground until it caught inside the catch, and did this outside the blaster and then put it in. It's much easier than doing it any other way that you can think of. Now we simply put the Kronos side back together like a normal Kronos. These 3D printed Picatinny rails from user IamMario2 on Thingiverse, they just slide on and sit snug on the top rail. The metal priming bar secures in 3 places on each side and is a homemade piece. Worker now have a metal one though, so you could buy that online as an alternative. Finally, Valour's front barrel shroud secures using 2 screws, and just like that, we have the KronoMag. Okay, so now let's end the video with a velocity test. I'm using ACC darts because they seem to feed easier than worker darts. $138, $203, $199, $185, 203, 194, 166, 214, 169, 210, 198, 213, 139, and 204. With that, we get an average of 188, a minimum of 138, and a max of 214. Some of the shots were a little low. We got 138 and we got a 139. The rest were up around the 190 to 210 range. That could be down to bad feeding of the darts or a bad seal. I see room for improvements, and I don't see a reason why this couldn't hit consistently in the 190 to 210 range. This is only a 3D printed breech though, so there is a potential that the seal is limited by that. We'll have to wait and see if I can tinker with this a bit more and get it shooting more consistently. For now though, that brings us to the end of the video, and if you have any questions about things I didn't cover, please leave a comment down below and I'll try to reply as best as I can. As always, thank you for watching. See ya!